Going with the flow is literally ruining your life. If you want to be the authority in your own life, you have to stop going with the flow. I used to be the biggest advocate for going with the flow. Like, my friends would ask me, "What are you doing today?" And I just say, "I'm going with the flow." My family would ask me, "Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?" My response would be, "I'm going with the flow." The moment I stopped going with the flow, my entire reality changed. And here's why. When I stopped going with the flow, I no longer was a victim of circumstance. When I stopped going with the flow, I started to have a say in my own life. The issue with going with the flow is when you're just going wherever life takes you, you're not the one that's being intentional about the direction you're headed in. Life can lead you anywhere. You get stressed, you're angry, you get a heartbreak. Next thing you know, the flow has led you to crashing out. Or you're in the heat of your emotions. You feel like you found the love of your life. You guys, next thing you know, you're with child. Or you have made someone become with child. And now you have a responsibility that you're not necessarily ready for because of the flow. Going with the flow is the exact opposite of being the authority in your own life. It is the exact opposite of writing your own narrative. There's a difference between being in flow and going with the flow. When you're going with the flow, you are letting the outside world push and pull you. You're letting external factors push and pull you. You are even letting things like your emotions, your circumstances have a say in where you're going. Now, when you are in flow, you are moving at your own rhythm, at your own pace through life. You're letting that be the driving force within your life. The difference is one is the external world being able to push and pull you, and the other is the internal world being the driving factor in your life. There is a concept that 85% of the population are followers, and they are just going with the flow. They move according to trends. They act based on other people's actions. They like things based on other people saying this is what should be liked. If they see enough people leaning to the left, they too are going to the left. If they see enough people watching a television show, they too are going to watch that television show. They are ruled by influence. And this concept says that the 85% of people that are going with the flow are sheep-like followers. They're not original, they're not the creators, they're not the authority in their own lives. I don't want that for you. That is side character energy. Most importantly, you don't want that for you. I hope you want more for yourself as well. So here is how to never go with the flow again. Take out your notepad. I'm going to give you 5 tips that will help you stop going with the flow. First step is being clear on your vision for your life, being clear on the direction that you want your life to go in. What do you see for yourself? What do you want for yourself? What kind of person do you want to be? What kind of character do you want to display Are you comfortable with a soft life? Do you want to work hard every day? What kind of financial status do you want to have? You need to be clear on your vision if you want to stop going with the flow, if you want to be the authority in your life, and most importantly, if you want to be the main character in your own story. You have to know what you want. That's number one. Be clear on your vision. The second part is making a daily commitment to the vision that you see for yourself. Honor your vision daily, and never, ever, ever overlook small steps, the little things you can do. Baby steps are still steps. One of my most favorite quotes is, "The best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time." I want you to drop your favorite quote in the comment section. One, so that it could possibly inspire others, and so that I can look at it as well and enjoy it with you. And two, so that you can come back to this video and see how far you have come now that you've stopped going with the flow. And I'm going to reiterate the fact that great things come from small daily actions. No matter what your vision for your life is, there is always something you can do every day to get closer to that. Whether you have a body goal, maybe you can't make it to the gym every single day, but what's stopping you from doing an in-home workout? Perhaps you can't make it to the gym at all that week. Maybe you're a lady like me, and 2 weeks out of every month, there's a natural factor that slows you down. But what's stopping you from turning on a YouTube video and doing some stretches or mobility exercises that go hand in hand with your workouts and help you with your body goals? Regardless of what your vision is, there are always little steps that you can take daily to honor your vision. Never underestimate small steps. Again, every great thing, every big thing you see, every grand thing you have ever laid your eyes on is made up of a bunch of little intricate parts. The third thing is practicing self-control. Now, a lot of times we do feel emotions that we want to act off of, all types of emotions. The best thing that you can do when you are in the heat of any emotion that you immediately want to act off of, especially when it's not a positive emotion, is pause. Take a moment to recognize what you're feeling. Sit with that feeling and acknowledge that you are feeling this way, why you are feeling this way. And lastly, after you've taken your time and gotten into a healthy headspace, then you can address whatever emotion it is that you want to act off of. I cannot stress this enough. I tell my clients all the time, there is always a healthy way to handle any situation. And knowing the healthy way to approach a situation, it does take time. It does take having a good temperament. It does take practice. So you do have to be patient with yourself. But if you want to stop going with the flow, if you want to be the author of your own story, you have to practice self-control. Point blank, period. The wisest people do not make decisions based off of emotions. They make decisions based off of information, off of the data, off of the facts. And sometimes you have to take your time to sit with that and to analyze that and to gather the information before you act in a hurry. Don't move with haste. Take your time, sit with your emotions, pause when you need to, Life is not running away from you. There is no need to be in a rush. Practice self-control as often as you can and in as many situations as you can. And watch your reality change. The fourth thing is being aware so that you can be intentional. By being aware, I mean when you're in situations, taking the time to look around and thoroughly look at the situation and ask yourself, is this circumstance, is this situation something that is in alignment with the direction that I want to go in? Is this something that is in alignment with the path that I want my life to take? Something as simple as that will allow you to be more confident and have more control over your own life. And every time you don't have to decide against doing something just because it's not in agreement with your life path, but being aware of it makes all the difference, because it is crucial for you to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. Looking at the type of friends you have and asking yourself, is this friend someone that is in alignment with the character that I say I want to display? Is this conversation something that's in alignment with my goals, with my brand, with my vision for myself? And it's okay, again, if the answer is no, but it's better you be aware of this than if not, so that if you ever want to not engage in something that is not in alignment with your vision for yourself, you can do that. And you don't have to just willy-nilly go with the flow, be anyone's friend, say that you're networking for the sake of networking. Who are you networking with? Why are you talking to this person? You're not just taking classes because you want to do something with your life. What do you want to do with your life? And these classes that you're taking, are they in alignment with that? Why are you taking these classes? Awareness is one of the main factors that will allow you to be the authority in your own life. You cannot make decisions from a place of confusion, from a place where you're lacking clarity. Get clarity on the situations that you're in. Get clarity on the type of friendships, on the type of connections you're in. Get clarity on the people you're around. Are they staying stagnant? Are they open to growth? Are they talking about growth? Are they not? These are the type of things that you want to be aware of. Even when it comes down to social media, screen time, so forth and so on, this content that I'm consuming, am I watching the things that are in alignment with where I want to go? Is this a screen time reflective of the person I want to be? That goes back into the second thing, taking those daily actions and sometimes those small steps to get to the place where you want to be in life. And sometimes that small step is just, let me reduce my screen time today. Let me watch something that is in alignment with where I want to go. I promise you, this era that we are in, this era of the internet, there is nothing that you can genuinely have an interest in that you cannot find information on, that you cannot become an expert in. Not in 2025, okay? All over the world, if you have access to the internet, if you see this video right now, you have a way to make your dreams come into fruition. Point blank, period. And the only way you're going to do that, again, is being committed to doing that. Nobody is stopping you. Nothing is in your way. Do something about it. Do something about it. Do something about it. Don't fill yourself with excuses. No. There is always something that you can do. And being aware is one of those things. It is a simple thing. Nonetheless, it is something that is extremely transformative. And last, but certainly not least, is being in your own flow, right? Finding your own rhythm, moving at your own pace, and going through life based on your vibe, based on your intentions, based on the person that you are, being attracted to those things, attracting those things. When you are moving through life in flow, everything is that much more effortless, and you can do everything more efficiently because you are moving with a certain type of confidence, true confidence that comes from within. You're moving with a firm foundation. You're moving again at your own rhythm. You're not rushing because you're just in a bustling city, and you're not slowing down just because the others around you have to go at a certain pace. You are doing you to the fullest. And the only way, get a little closer when I say this, the only way you'll be able to find your own flow and find your own rhythm is if you get to know yourself, if you get to have a relationship with yourself. And you foster that relationship, and you do things to nurture that relationship, and act from a place of who you truly are. That is called self-actualization. Acting like yourself, moving like yourself, talking like yourself. Who can stop you? Nobody. Who can out you? Nobody. But you have to, before you can even get to the point of self-mastery or self-actualization, you have to know. You just have to get to know yourself. I talk so much more about self-actualization, practical tips and advice, not only in my book, Mental Health is Real, but also here on YouTube. Stay tuned if you want to hear more about that. And I'm really excited for you. This is your time. This is your era, your main character era. Watch this video again if you need to. Share it with others. If you're still watching this, that means you made it to the end. Do yourself a favor. Clap it up for you. Give this video a thumbs up. If you can still hear the sound of my voice, thank you. Have a great week. You've got this. Ciao.